Hi, this is the Human Operating System time. So today I'd like to share with you something critical for those who want to really develop their Xiu Lim Tao in the internal way must know this. So a few days ago, I have defined for you that a true or real deal Wing Chun Xiu Lim Tao development which have the internal development is a low aerobic training or activity which is good for recovery, because the human body need the recovery phase to recover the body. Otherwise the training of the human will not get much benefit. In fact, it might cause overload. Well, this is in the sports science, and you can see how this thing are related to heart rate variability, burnout, and so forth. Okay, and of course the sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system. When you want to recover, you want to get into the parasympathetic nervous system activations instead of going sympathetic and the heart rate going high and so forth, so forth. Okay. Now, the common things which people believe in Xiu Lim Tao, or even other Qigong or Chinese martial art, on the lifting the anus and straightening the spine, is problematic today, because what they think is not what really it is. So anyone who lifting anus or straighten their spine is actually activating their sympathetic nervous system. They are not activating the parasympathetic nervous system. And you know those kind of stuff cannot get into the recovery type of training. So you might ask me, so it's your words. I say it is not my words. You get a good Garmin watch or Polar watch, okay, the fitness watch, which can tell you about your training loading, and is it a recovery training or how hard you train. You just get a watch, it will tell you. Like in the previous video, I show how the Garmin training status be able to tell you. Okay, so nobody can lie on this thing anymore. It is science. Okay, so you might say, okay, that's scientifically you can prove. So why is it that lifting anus and straighten your spine will cause issue? Well, because if one have no idea what is lifting anus and straighten spine, one is actually disrupting one's body and prohibit the body in going working naturally. So it prohibit or disrupt the body to work properly in nature. So how is it work? Well, human body. Let's talk about human body. Human body, say if you lay down in a really deep sleep mode, when you get in a deep sleep, your body is actually, when going into the deep lower abs breathing, naturally your anus, okay, or the lower part there, is going to contract and expand, contract and expand, synchronize with your breathing. And your spine is going to move. Synchronize your breathing because you have a diaphragm there, up and down. Okay? So that's how natural it is. You go to sleep, you don't even have to think about it. You just do that if you are a healthy person. Now, when one practices Xiu Lim Tao, standing in the Yi Kao Miang Ma, tensing the lower four bowls, and then lifting the anus, and then straighten the spine, well, guess what you do? It is like when you are in the deep sleep, you're tensing your, or lifting your anus and straighten your spine. You're actually blocking the human body to naturally do its job. Well, you know that in deep sleep, human body recover, right? So the parasympathetic nervous system activate, and it is not fight and flight when you see a tiger situation. You are sleeping, right? Now, so go back to the Xiu Lim Tao. If you do that, lifting your anus constantly and spine, and straighten your spine, you're going to do that. So in other words, you couldn't even sleep properly. You couldn't even go to deep sleep to recover your body if you do that in the sleep. You just screw up the natural process of the human body. And today we know by sports science, okay, you want to recover, you need to have your parasympathetic nervous system, your breathing and so forth go natural. Your breathing frequency go down to the 6 repetitions, so forth, so forth, so forth. What you need to have a natural, it's not that you can manipulate this, okay? So this is the problem. Because if you're keeping doing this and you say, well, you know, I'm lifting my anus and then straighten my spine, I have to practice Xiu Lim Tao for 1 hour, good luck. Your heartbeat is going to go fly high. Why? You're tensing your body. When you're tensing your body, you activate the sympathetic nervous system, your heart rate go high, and it's going to keep go high. It is no longer a recovery training. It is a really dissipative, very stress training. Okay? It is this simple. Because we know science, we have science now, we can measure it, we know exactly what happened. So, in order to have a real deal, true Xiu Lim Tao practice, one need to take care of this, the lower 4 bowls and the entire 7 bowls, so that one can emulate like one in the deep sleep. And then, due to the physical is emulating like you're resting on the bed, and you let the body do its job when you rest down, the lower abs breathing started, and the anus, it is naturally, it contracts when you exhale, when you inhale, it going down, and the spine is actually moving back and forth, because there's a diaphragm that is human, okay? And this is what I call, as in my book, the natural resonance breathing. You need to get into that state, okay? And because of you are in a relaxed mode, your blood circulations, your qi circulations is flow fluently. Or at least you have it to flow fluently, because it's all this in the natural, really loose mode. And that's how you train Qigong in Xiu Lim Tao, because once you do that, you promote your blood and qi circulations. It is this simple. So if you want to have a Qigong which is nurture your body, you can measure with the Garmin watch. Now, are you practice a recovery type of training? This is solid facts now, okay? Can be proven. On the other hand, you clamp your knee where your 7 ball rigid up, tense up, your breathing tense up, and then you tense up your anus, like lifting it, and then you want to straighten your spine. Well, what are you doing? You are not letting this body to run by itself. When in the ancients Chinese say lifting anus, what they mean is 总洗法. You breathe with your heel method, which means when you rest on your heel, more of your body weight, you relax your butt, exhale, the anus naturally lift up. You don't even use your mind to lift the anus or straighten your spine. You don't do that, okay? So the ancient Chinese and the science today, sports science, they are consistent. But whatever the internal today, it is no longer what the ancients talking about. And in fact, if you want to raise your heartbeat and all sort of stuff, practice Xiu Lim Tao 1 hour by clamping your knee, lifting your anus, and straighten your spine. Well, you are free to do that, but you know that it is not what it's meant to. And you also know that today by sport science and measurable, that what result you're going to expect. Okay? So anybody who like to really develop the internal skill of the Wing Chun Xiu Lim Tao in the ancient, which is according to the Chinese culture, this is the truth. You know it now. And using the wearable device today, we can measure right away. Okay? So I leave this to you. Okay, everybody is free to do whatever they want, but it is free to you to choose what you want to do. Okay, I can tell you the what happened, what is the thing, how is the thing, but I'm not going to force anybody because it's a free will. And in order to study this thing, so-called internal, one have to watch out. There are too many people who is playing expert, learning some religions, terminology, this and that, some yoga, some this, and then they try to mix things where they have no idea what it is. Some tell me that, oh, you know, you have to have this chakra open, that chakra open. Well, you know why? It is ridiculous like hell, because you don't even know what the heck happened to your body when you're deep sleep. Can you emulate that deep sleep standing? If you cannot do that, what good is all this chakra, that chakra? It doesn't matter. Even the Buddha stand in front of me, I tell him the same thing. It means nothing to dropping name of the Grandmaster or the chakra talk or the energy channel talk, because one don't even have a handling on one's deep sleep. Well, the watch can tell it, like in the polar Ignite watch, it can tell you about your heart rate variability when you're asleep. And there are many watches can actually check your heart rate variability and so forth. Simple, just check it. Your heart rate variability, nobody can lie today. Okay, And with that, everybody can get result. So it's like selling a product. You get what you claim for, or you expect. So this is the era, have already come to this era, okay? And we don't want to make anybody wrong, but the thing is that when we found out things like that scientifically, we better watch out, okay? So if you want to say, oh, you know, Xiu Lim Tao can promote healing. If you want to promote healing, that means you need to get into the recovery training mode, like be able to measure with the Garmin watch or Polar watch. The first 10 minutes practice that type of Xiu Lim Tao, be able to measure it. It's not, oh, I keeping training, some days you'll get it. No, when people is sick, people want to get healed. They need to know if the practice is proper or not. And finally, I want to tell you one thing too. When we learn something, when we read some books, don't agree, but we want to go our way. So what I mean by agree, but we want to go our way. See, we or many people is like this. Whatever the Sifu said, you say yeah. But then you go out and doing your own way. Whatever the book wrote, you say yeah. I know about this already. I read about this. But then when you do it other way. Your own way. I have met people who I tell him many times do this, and he go other way. The next time come, I tell him go this way, he go another way. So no matter what, he just want to go all other ways instead of what I tell him. Because if you don't do it properly, you're not going to solve your problem. It's just like I tell people that, you know, you have to open your body first, your 7 bowls. And then you let the body actually get into the lightweight state, and then get into the lower abs, natural resonance breathing, and then your anus and your spine will align naturally, okay, based on your physiology states. Well, how many will really listen to that? Well, there are many. I can even say most will say, yeah, and then they go do something else. Because they think they know. Well, the problem is, again, the habitual of this thought. The thinking have no idea of this body. But if the thought keeping thinking, I know this, and blah, 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 I understand this, without really follow the instructions, the coaching, and so forth, well, tough luck. Nobody can eat for us. Only we can eat for ourselves. We cannot say, you know, like for example, dieting. The nutrition say you need to eat this for your diet, but you continue say yes, but then you get out from the nutrition's office and just do whatever you want, and then 6 months later you come back, you say, how come I cannot get this? Well, what do you expect? So this is to share with you today. This is a serious problem. You want your body to develop your qi, your blood circulation. You can look at qi as the blood circulation. If you cannot get into the deep sleep type of states, which is the recovery state, forget about it. You want to heal your body with Xiu Lim Tao sets. You cannot get into that state, forget about it. I'm not saying that. The sports science has already proved to us. So what to argue? So this is to share with you today. Okay, change it, okay? Don't believe me? Go get a watch, a sport watch like a Polar Ignite or Garmin 245 or something, just measure what you practice every day. Track it and see, is it deliver what you like, what you expect? That's simple. If it doesn't deliver, then there's a time to go looking for answer. Okay? That's the reason why people go to see Sifu and all this and all that. Going to see a Sifu is not the name dropping. Just to see him, please help me to solve this problem. It's like this, ask the doctor to help you, but if you don't want to take the medicine, forget about it. You just want to go playing around. You don't want to solve the issue. Okay? So this is how serious it is. You know, we cannot go on and on selling snake oils. Oh, Xiu Ling Tao can do this, Xiu Ling Tao can do this, Xiu Ling Tao can do this, but you end up that, what is the result? Everybody is screwed if the proper thing is not said. If the fact, the reality is not said, the truth is not mentioned, everybody gets screwed. So, for those of you who is interested on all this, what I'm talking about, the terminology and everything, the natural resonance, how to get there, blah, 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 go get my book or to read. Okay, if you don't want to buy the book because you said it costs money, just go watch my channel. It's free, it's all there. Okay, so this is to share with you today.